Alright guys, so today I want to spend some time sharing with you a herb that is very common, very popular, uh, and a lot of persons may see it and don't know the medicinal benefits of this herb. It's a very powerful herb, and it is used in a lot of countries, especially countries like the Philippines. You know, a lot of times we take herbs for granted. And here it is. This is the herb. In Jamaica, we know it as milkweed. Let me try and give you a close-up of it. Or asthma weed, as it is commonly known. That's the underside. It's very easy to identify this herb because of the distinctive cluster of flowers that it produces. But this herb has a number of amazing benefits. As I said, we call it milkweed or asthma weed. But if you search on the internet, you won't find it by that name because it's not known so much by its Jamaican name. It's known by the name Tawa Tawa. That's how you'll find it in medicinal books. All right, so it's Tawa Tawa or Euphorbia hirta, and it's a family that comes from it comes from a very large family of herbs, and it comes from a family of herbs that produces a sticky substance. So if you can see that, so that's the reason why it's called milkweed, because once you break it off, then you have that milky substance that it produces. But it's a very powerful herb used for a number of herbal benefits. As I say, in Jamaica it's called asthma weed because it helps with clearing up the bronchial tract, or it helps with asthma. But ironically, this herb is not known for its benefit in dealing with asthma, even though it is a very powerful. I mean, if a herb can get the name asthma weed, you can imagine that it works very quick in clearing up. So for persons who have mucus, for persons who have cold, for persons who are congested, then this is maybe one of the top herbs. I'm going to be spending some time looking at herbs that help to excrete mucus from the body. But this would be one of the top herbs that helps with removing mucus from the body. But this herb is known internationally, especially in third world countries where the healthcare system is very, very weak. It is known for healing dengue fever. So in countries where there's the whole plague of mosquitoes and there's a high risk of dengue fever, then this is one of the top herbs for dealing with dengue. In addition to dealing with dengue and dealing with asthma, it's also a very powerful anti anxiety herb. It helps with anxiety. So for persons who are having stress, for persons who are dealing with bouts of depression, then this is one of those herbs that will help with that. It also is very good for dealing with issues of hypertension. So it also helps to lower blood pressure. And another good reason, so I'm saying that these herbs are so powerful that very little is known about them. But believe it or not, Mother Nature has some of the most powerful healing wonders available. This herb also increases what we call platelet production. So for those persons who are having low blood platelets, this herb increases platelet production. One study that was done I believe it was in the Philippines, showed that it could improve platelet production by 194%. So for persons who are having immune problems, and I have quite a number of it here. I have quite a number of the plants growing here in my backyard. But yeah, it can increase your platelet counts by 194%. It's also a diuretic, so it helps with water. Persons who are having water retention problems, persons who are having swelling, persons who may be having kidney problems. This herb helps with that. It helps with diarrhea, and of course it has chemicals that are known to be very powerful: antibacterial, antifungal, antiparasitic. So for persons who are having diarrhea that is of a bacterial nature, maybe due to food contamination, this is one of those herbs that is very powerful in dealing with that. It also helps in the production of breast milk. So for lactating mothers who are finding it difficult to produce breast milk, then Tawa Tawa or Asthma Weed is one of those herbs that help with that. And also for persons who are having mouth ulcers, so for persons who may have a boil or mouth sore or something like that, who may be developing infection, then you can basically boil this herb. How you use it is basically you can dry it. So you want to dry it in the shade. Once it's dried, what I do is I normally dry it and then blend it dry in a blender so I can establish a dosage, and use about 1 teaspoon dried herb to 1 cup boiling water 2 to 3 times per day on an empty stomach, and that will clear up any health condition that I just mentioned. So another look at a very powerful, amazing herb from Nature's Pharmacy, Tawa Tawa or milkweed. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and share. We want to hear from you. Until next time, this is Dr. Ben Israel saying, your health is your responsibility, and the greatest weapon against sickness and disease is education, not medication. Bye-bye, guys.